So I'm here with Dylan Tweeney from Wired and Jackie Chang from Ars Technica. So we were just in this, big Apple announcement. The iPad came out. What are your initial impressions?
Well, I think it's pretty cool. I think a lot of people, especially techies who kind of have lots of gadgets, they might run into problems trying to fit it into everything else that they have. But it's definitely a cool device that people will want to play with.
And what about you, Dylan? Are you going to get one?
Probably not. I'm looking forward to reviewing it. It looks like a great device, but honestly, I'm kind of disappointed that it's not the massive revolution in online content that we were expecting it would be.
Yeah, and that's an interesting point. A lot of people were talking about what this means for newspapers or magazines. Tell me what was announced today as far as how you can get books and other content on the device, and what you think that actually means.
Well, it's basically an inflated iPod Touch, right? So it can run all these iPod apps and their iPhone apps. And there's a new e-book reader which supports the EPUB format, and that's great. The books look beautiful. The newspaper demo from the New York Times looks pretty good, but it's not. I'm sort of expecting this to totally revolutionize the game, and I don't think it. I don't think it will really.
Yeah, and we've seen Apple revolutionize, other markets, the music market, for instance, with iTunes. What about you, Jackie? Do you think this has the potential to do, what iTunes did to music, to print, or to text content?
I think that there is some potential, actually, and it may not be overnight. I think that if things are going to change, they're going to change over time. When Apple first introduced the iPod, it was not necessarily overnight then either. Everyone was like, oh, another MP3 player. This is kind of in the same way. People are sort of still kind of feeling it out, but I think that if it gets ebooks and electronic publications into the hands of the masses, then it could maybe transform some things over time.
What really has potential to me that I'm excited about is iTunes, because this was absolutely true with the iPod. iPod by itself, well, great, but you add iTunes and you can buy all the music you want. It's really cheap, it's really easy. If they start to do that with books and magazines and who knows, maybe other kinds of content, like if it's as easy as publishing a web page, say, and I can get in iTunes and sell content, now that would be really exciting. I'd totally be stoked about that.
Yeah, I thought the iBook store was interesting too, and there are a number of ways that you could read books from what they showed in the demo with 2 pages or 1 page. What did you guys think as far as just the interface goes? Can it compete with the Kindle, which has sort of the easy on the eye screen? Or
I feel like the Kindle screen is going to look gray and drab and pale by comparison. But for real ebook fanatics, people who are hardcore readers, it has 2 advantages. One is that it's extremely low power, so it doesn't, you can run for weeks without recharging, and the iPad won't do that. And the other advantage is that it's actually surprisingly readable, even though it's kind of black on gray. The Kindle's e-ink screen is really easy on the eyes. And with the iPad, you're still looking at basically an LCD screen.
I agree that it's going to look drab by comparison, but I'm a big Kindle fan, so I can attest that I like reading on the screen that is not going to kill my eyes, and the backlit LCD I'm not sure about. So
great. Well, thanks so much, Jackie Chang with Ars Technica and Dylan Tweeney with Wired. I'm John Sutter here with CNN.com, and back to you all.